Hi, welcome back. It's Amanda. I have some colors that I used a few videos ago, and that one cracked. It was a round canvas with these blues and greens and yellows, and I want to try it again. Instead of my ladle strainer, I want to use just this round strainer to pour through here. I'm going to wipe it out with a paper towel before I start because there's stuff in it, but I'm just going to use this normal strainer. And I'm going to layer my cup. I can't find my 7-channel cup, so I'm going to use an 8-channel cup this time, and I'm going to add silver to it as well as the colors that I used last time. I was going to do a different order, and I had it planned in my head, but I don't remember what that order was. I think I do. If I put silver in one side. This canvas is 11 by 14 inches, and I'm not going to talk a lot. I'll put the colors on the screen and play music from iMovie for you. As you can see, this is really unlevel. I really messed up with this one. So I just kept playing and trying different things. It will probably crack too, and it will probably look ridiculous and be very textured when it dries. So maybe I can just use it for something else, like pour over it or use it as a background for something else. Get some kind of embellishment to add to it. I don't know. I'll go in and show you the details, and then I'll show you again when it dries. I just kept playing and playing and playing because nothing was working, and I just decided to stop here. Whenever I try those greens and blues and yellows again, I think I need some other colors in there because it's just all the same. The very first pour, if I hadn't wrecked it and I just tilted it well, it might have been okay. But now it's just a big mess. But we'll see what it looks like when it dries and see what else I can do to it to embellish it when it dries. So this one isn't the best, but here it is for now, and I'll do a dry result whenever it's dry. And I'll brainstorm some ways to embellish it. Let me know if you have any ideas. Thanks as always for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye. Hey guys, I wanted to get a dry result for you to put at the end of my video, and then I'll share this separately on TikTok too. This one, as it has dried, I have fallen in love with it. I love all of the different little sections where you can see the colors blown around, where I just blew on it at the end to try to spread the paint a little bit. I'm actually in love with that right now. Hey, I wanted to show you a dry result of this. As it dried, I completely fell in love with this. Everything I tried that day that I painted this, I didn't like it. But everything all together, and when I blew on it at the end to kind of just spread the colors, and how the colors are just, it's mostly green but a little bit of color everywhere else. That's kind of just what gets me. The subtleties of the other colors, except for this right here. The rest of it, like there's a little bit of blue, a little bit of that gold that looks kind of yellow, and a little bit of that berry that looks red. A little bit of the copper and that peachy color that I put gives a little bit of orange. I wish it had a little bit of like darker blue and a little bit of purple as well, because it gives me chakra vibes, mostly heart chakra vibes because of all the green. But then the berry makes me think of like the root chakra, and the second chakra is that little bit of peachy orangey color, and then the yellow or the gold is the solar plexus, and then that very light blue that you can see a little bit is like the throat chakra. This one is so interesting to me. I guess a little bit of that silver can be the third eye and crown chakras. But this one is so interesting to me. Whenever I look at it in a room with a light and I get up close, I have a really hard time seeing anything or any of the details. It gives more of an effect whenever you look at this one from a distance in a well-lighted area. I brought it outside for the dry result, but it's going on 5 o'clock and our sunset is probably in about 45 minutes, so the sun is really low right now. The outdoor light is really low right now. So I figured that might be the best lighting to try to get all of the details in this one. But it really grew on me as it dried. I tried so many different things that didn't work. And then I think those dips with the drizzles and then blowing on it is what finally saved it in my eyes. It might just look like a mess to you. You might not like it, but I actually really do. And I'm trying to think of how I could do this with maybe a lighter background color and then put more colors in it and then just blow them. Maybe do the drizzles and the dip and then just blow on different sections to see what happens. There's a lot of little wispiness even among that all of those first colors that I used just made that one green shade. There's even wispiness among that stuff. So I know this was a little bit long and I had to do this in 2 parts for TikTok, and I apologize. But I actually like it in the end. So there's a car, hold on. That didn't stop at the stop sign, of course. But anyway, I guess the point with this one is, if you don't like it, just keep going, try something different, and keep trying different things until you feel like you need to stop. Or just keep going until you get something you like. Even if you don't like it in the moment, you may like it when it dries. I like a textured look to it too. It is kind of a little bit textured too. Like here you can see it's just on the canvas, and here's like a lump of paint that was there. I know I keep showing it to you, but if we're doing this in 2 parts, I might as well make it worth it. This part here might be like my favorite part, so I might need to try to do more stuff like that. More, I need to watch back the video whenever I edit to see how I came up with that spot and see if I can do some more stuff like that. Let me know what you think, and thanks as always for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye. Hey, I just realized as I was editing this video that I did my dry result outside in the daylight, which is really perfect, but I did it holding my phone in portrait mode so that it's for TikTok, and I need to do one for my YouTube version, which is easier when I hold my phone landscape. But like I said before, I have a lot of lighting in here, but indoors from a distance it's really hard to make anything out on this painting because of the way that it reflects the light. But I guess I'm glad I get to show you that part. But I'll go in and show you the details now, so that you can see all of the colors and everything. You can see more of the details and the texture when you're inside and you're using indoor lighting. But from a distance, it's harder to make out what's in the painting. And sometimes, just depending on how the light reflects, part of that is that silver that is being reflective like that. But it just depends on how you look at it or how the light hits it, whether you can see anything in it or not. But I think that that makes this one even more interesting and unique, because I don't know that I've made one that has this shifting look before. It reminds me of like a world map from like the game Oblivion or Skyrim or something like that. I have no idea what those game maps actually look like, but I've played Oblivion and I've watched other people play Skyrim, and it just reminds me of that kind of a world map with all of that green, and the different sections of color are probably like the different cities. But I've never had one with this reflective effect before, and I don't know if that's from those iridescent Arteza paints or if it has to do with the silver that I use. See, if I turn it like this, hold on. If I hold it up where the light's not as reflective on it, you can see more of what it looks like overall. Sorry, my sleeve is getting in there. This one is just so interesting, no matter how you look at it, where you look at it, when you look at it in different rooms or different lights, it just looks different. So I want to see if I can recreate something like this. I hated it so much through 80% of the painting process up until watching it dry. Once I started watching it dry, I started falling in love with it because of how unique it is. Let me know what you think, and thanks as always for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye.